Hi, my name is Rob Chapman and I'm a powwow artist, also known as a browker. And most of you watching this video will already have a pretty good idea of what that means, but for those who are new to this area of study, I feel it's important to know what a powwow really is and what we really do. Before we can truly understand the practice of powwow, you should know a little bit about the culture that powwow comes from, and that culture is that of the Pennsylvania Dutch. The Pennsylvania Dutch are the immigrants who came to America in the 17th and 18th century from Germany and Switzerland, and they settled primarily here in south central Pennsylvania. Many of these were Lutheran, but a large number of these immigrants were also what's called Anabaptist, which includes Amish, Mennonite, and the branches that sprung forth from those groups, such as the Dunkers and Brethren and so forth. Many of these immigrants came here to Pennsylvania to enjoy the religious freedom that William Penn was offering them. The early settlers were extremely brave, and they had to overcome a lot of hardships in order to tame the land here and make Pennsylvania their home. Like all cultures, the German and Swiss immigrants had their own bit of folk magic and faith healing, and a lot of this was published in the early 1800s in Reading, Pennsylvania, by a man named John George Homan, and his booklet, The Long Lost Friend, would become the foundation of a Christianity-based system of faith healing and folk magic known as powwow. Homan's book outlined the simple techniques and charms for effecting cures for common ailments for both men and animals. Since the publication of Long Lost Friend back in 1820, the powwow system has grown and thrived and is still practiced today. But what is powwow and how does it work? To put it simply, powwow is Christian faith healing. It's a series of charms and cures that relies on the belief and power of Jesus Christ and God. A powwow functions as a healer for his or her community, and a powwow might also be called on to create a charm or talisman of protection or blessing for those who need such things. All of the work of a powwow is done in the name of God and in the name of Jesus Christ, as you will learn if you take an academic look at the system of powwow and study Pennsylvania Dutch culture. Let's take a look at some of the more common powwow charms used for healing, and these are a combination of spoken charms and hand gestures. In addition to soothing burns or healing bruises, a powwow might also be called upon to make a remedy for a stomach condition or to heal a sick cow, whatever was needed. On occasion, the powwow might also be called on to make a protective charm or talisman of some sort. And back in the day of the early settlers, everybody's enemy was witchcraft. Protective charms might include written letters of protection, like this example allegedly written by God himself in 1783. In modern times, there are many in the Pennsylvania Dutch community who have brushed aside the practice of powwow, labeling it as superstition. And to me this is sad because it's such an important cultural tradition, because it gives us insight into the strong faith of the early settlers of our state of Pennsylvania. Those of us keeping the true traditional practice of powwow alive today do so to honor our state's culture and to celebrate the faith the way our ancestors did. It's difficult to really fully appreciate or understand Pennsylvania Dutch powwow outside of the realm of Christianity or the Pennsylvania Dutch culture. Pennsylvania Dutch culture and Christian folk magic are really fascinating areas of study, and so I urge you to read as much as you can. And if you're interested in learning more, keep checking back for new episodes in this video series. And I've also included some of my recommendations for books and websites in the closing credits of this video. My name is Rob Chapman, and this has been the first episode in my new video series, Pennsylvania Dutch Pow-wow. Thanks for watching.